Thank you for clicking back on my YouTube channel. Look, there's hope. Make sure you guys click the like and subscribe button for more inspirational content from me. I'll be so thankful and glad that you guys decided to sit down and hear what I have to say. I know there's so many other YouTubers on here, but I'm here to really help you release victim mentality, okay? With this whole spirituality, manifesting, creating your own life era going on. The biggest thing that you have to let go is victim mentality, that everything is happening wrong to you and that everything is happening to you and you have no control and it's just horrible and you just want to sit in it and just tell everyone how horrible your life is and you want to tell everyone how much bad things you have went through. We're releasing that, okay? And this is what my channel is about. So if you are interested in releasing victim mentality, this is not for the short attention span people. This is not for the people who don't like long intros or who just are so quick, right? This is for the people who really want to release victim mentality from their whole inner world. And I'm looking over here, okay? Because as you know, if you watch my channel, I have notes over here, okay? So this video is called Manifesting is Chess. Manifesting is chess, okay? So how? How is basically manifesting chess? Basically, we want to have the end goal in mind no matter what move the opponent makes. You do not move off of impulse. You only react to the vision within. Okay. So I'm going to say this again. Have the end goal in mind. When I say that, when you are playing chess, each opponent has their own end goal. Each opponent has their own vision of how they will win this game. And you have to have the end goal in mind. Okay. No matter what, have the end goal in mind. Okay. Where you're going, where are you going? So no matter what move the opponent makes, no matter what move life makes, no matter what circumstance happens in your life, no matter what happens, you will always keep that end goal in your mind, right? And you only react to the vision within. So, no matter how things look, you always call the opponent's bluff. No matter how things are looking, you always want to call the 3D's bluff, right? You always want to say, you know what? Nah, I know what is within here and I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I know what steps I'm taking. I'm not going to let the bow and arrow life threw at me or my opponent threw at me to distract me, blind me from what I know, from what is within me, right? You always want to call the opponent's bluff. You always want to call the 3D's bluff. I don't care what happened. I don't care if I'm behind on my car note for 3 months. I don't care if I'm behind on my rent for 2 months. What do you have to lose at that point? What do you have to lose by staying positive? What do you have to lose by keeping the end goal in mind? And what do you gain by being negative? Like literally, what do you gain by being negative? You feed the victim mentality. that I knew this all along. I knew I wasn't worth it. I knew I wasn't going to be recognized. I knew this wasn't going to work out. So, no matter how things look, you always call the opponent's bluff and you move on the narrow path, and you focus on that no matter the fears, no matter the pressure, and no matter the victimhood. If I can explain this better, it's like you have laser focus vision, like you're focused, laser focused on what you're accomplishing, no matter what. Let's say you're a business owner and you sell clothing. If you've been starting your business, let's say for 7 months or something like that, and you decided to say, I'm going to live in the end state because at the beginning of my business, I was not in the end state. I was just trying to get it, just trying to make it work, just trying, right? And you said, I'm going to live in the end, that this is already done, right? You have to really ignore. You don't even have to ignore, I would say. You just have to acknowledge what is happening in a different way. You don't have to ignore the 3D, but I would say you have to be optimistic about it, that you know what is within and you know what is going to come, right? So, like I said, if you were starting the clothing business and you just wanted to start, living in the end or whatever, and let's say like 2 or 3 months later, no sales, no movement, no nothing. You have to stay on that narrow path. You have to stay on that narrow path and know it is going to happen. It is happening. It has already happened, right? Because you can either easily go into victim mentality and say, "Oh, I knew this wasn't going to work. I knew I wasn't good enough. I knew, right?" Or you can stand firm in who you are. All right. So next, like, why is manifesting chess? The world is an illusion of energy with the illusion of our energy within, okay? So our feelings like to tell us how to move, and it likes to tell us what reality we are living in, right? And we have to know within the truth, no matter the triggers or the circumstances in front of us, right? I'm gonna say this again. Why is manifesting chess? Manifesting is chess because the world is an illusion of the energy within. So you don't want to just move, and act whenever you feel an emotion. You don't want to move, act every time you hear a thought. You don't want to move, act every time you feel uncomfortable or every time you feel a feeling. Like, you don't want to do that. You need to know your end goal. You need to know where you're going and why you're doing it and how it's happening, and just all of that. Like, within, we have to know what we really want. If I want to be a great person and I want to be a person who has standards and moral character, and before maybe I wasn't that person and I'm trying to change, you're not just going to automatically wake up and be that person. You're not going to automatically just wake up and be just that person. I mean, you are going to be that person. Let me rephrase that. You can just wake up and be that person, but there will be inner conflict that you will have to conquer. So let's say before I was like a mean person, nasty person, and now I'm trying to change and be a great person. And let's say a conflict happens and I feel all this pressure inside of me, pressure that wants I want to explode, pressure that makes me want to confront people and just be mean or whatever. But instead, I choose to have conversation with people. I choose to relax and breathe and getting to center myself into who I really want to be, right? That is it. That is me knowing who I am and knowing what I want. No matter the feelings or circumstances presented in front of me, I am reacting to the world within me. Okay. Um, at all times, we need to respond to life like a chess move. Okay. Mm, For example, if you don't get the job, understand it could be because another better paying job is on the way. And just go ahead and keep applying to work and just um do whatever you were doing to get the money then, or if you can sell things, or if you have little things you can do to make the money. If you can't, just keep applying for jobs, right? But you never want to sit there and just react because you didn't get the job and now you just quit on everything and give up and say life is not for me, right? And you just lay in your bed all day just crying and hoping things change. You want to get to moving. So always keep the end goal in mind. Instead of reacting quickly and fast, breathe and take your time. All manifestations will come into fruition. So to breathe, take your time, feel, understand what you need to do to get to the next step. Listen, receive. Don't just quit. Don't just give up. You're not a victim. Life is not against you. We're mostly against ourselves. We're in our own way. And a lot of us quit and give up because it's not working fast enough or things are not happening quick enough. It's a process. Like everything is a process. And the quicker you get with the program, the quicker you believe and trust in knowing of who you are and give up victim mentality and give up being a victim. That's the first step to a lot of the things that we're doing. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you are looking for any text message coaching, make sure you click the like and subscribe button and text me at 904-835-3506. And I will put the information in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And look, there is hope.